After supposedly living in his wife's basement for the last month in quarantine after catching the coronavirus, Fredo staged a dramatic return to civilization, which of course was broadcast on CNN as part of his show. And in case you happened to miss it, they tweeted out a clip of, quote, the very moment.
All right, here it is. The official re-entry from the basement, cleared by CDC, a little sweaty, just worked out, happens. This is what I've been dreaming of, literally for weeks. My wife, she was cleared by the CDC. She doesn't have fever, she doesn't have the symptoms anymore, more than 7 days from her quarantine. We're still a little scared, so I'll just give you one of these. Just give you one of these. Just give you one of these. Just give you one of these.
Wow, they sure look excited to see you, Fredo. I'm sure they missed you a lot. But if you saw last week's video titled Fredo Busted, then you already know that he came out of the basement, and violated the state's non-essential travel policy by going to the Hamptons. And when a senior citizen on a bicycle happened to recognize him and asked him what he was doing, Fredo pretended like he really was a Corleone and said in so many words that the guy better keep his mouth shut. While Fredo's wife and kids didn't miss him at all, Don Lemon sure did.
Hospitals, I'm sorry, that was the next thing. Sorry, I told you I was distracted, Bianca. Sorry about that. Thank you, Bianca.
Can I just tell you, by the way, we're all, I mean, for you being on air, and I know, this is one of those situations where you try to be stoic and focus on the headlines. It's tough. So, I also feel for Chris, and I know it's tough for you, and we're all fighting and rooting for him tonight.
Well, sorry. I said I wasn't going to do this. Jesus. He's probably sitting at home laughing at me.
Well, I don't know if he is, but I sure am. There's plenty more to come in this video, so stay tuned. But real quick, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, because if this is your first time watching one of my videos, it's obvious this is the coolest channel on all of YouTube, and you'll want to check back here on a regular basis. And Anderson Cooper, who lectures Americans every night about not going back to work to slow the spread, appears to be exhibiting symptoms himself while he's at work.
It's, there's just not a lot of time for planning, and we had hoped that we could have a couple of weeks for our businesses, for our community, to really plan for a true phase one. And because we know people want to get back to work, the city is looking at ways that we can help our small businesses.
We wish you the best there, Mayor Sessions. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Did you notice how slick he was? He was trying to find the mute button when he felt it coming on but couldn't find it, but held them in pretty good. Anderson Cooper makes about $12 million a year, so if you divide that by 5 shows a week, that's $50,000 a day, so obviously he can't afford to call in sick. While Fredo's making videos in his wife's basement, actor Johnny Depp got lonely and decided to join Instagram and posted his first video from his man cave, which looks like a real cave.
Hi, everyone. Hello to whomever might be out there in ether land receiving this transmission. This is my first experience within the world of social media. I've never done any of this before. I don't think I've really ever felt any particular reason to until now. Now is the time to open up a dialogue.
Well, thank God another narcissistic celebrity's here to keep us company. What would we do without them? And speaking of celebrities, last weekend, dozens and dozens of them got together for a 9-hour-long live stream to sing us songs and read us poetry. Nothing makes me feel better about this pandemic than knowing these celebrities are safe and sound in their mansions with double freezers, home gyms, indoor swimming pools, and personal chefs, telling the rest of us that everything's gonna be okay. But normal people are getting cabin fever, and across the country protests are sparking up, demanding that officials reopen hiking trails, parks, and beaches. But don't you worry, quarantiners. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has set up a special phone number where you can text photos to tattle on your neighbors who aren't social distancing.
We still know there's some people who need to get the message, and that means sometimes making sure the enforcement is there to educate people and make clear we gotta have social distancing. So now it is easier than ever when you see a crowd, when you see a line that's not distanced, when you see a supermarket that's too crowded, anything, you can report it right away so we can get help there to fix the problem. And now it's as simple as taking a photo. All you got to do is take the photo and put the location with it, and bang, send a photo like this, and we will make sure that enforcement comes right away. Text the photo to 311-692, and action will ensue.
He's literally encouraging New Yorkers to tattle on each other for going to the grocery store. I'm sure this won't backfire at all. Oh wait, what's this? Bill de Blasio's social distancing tip line flooded with pics and memes. Well, Bill, you asked for it. Joe Biden is following the rules, however, staying in his basement and interviewing random people over Skype for his YouTube channel, which now has over 42,000 subscribers. These days, Joe appears to be working only about an hour a week, which is what he should be doing in his retirement, and most days his staff is doing live streams and having Zoom chats on his YouTube channel for him. You know, we've been pretty hard on Joe, but he's a nice guy and he means well, and I think we should probably give him a break, especially since it appears that he's trying to hand this election to President Trump. I mean, how else do you explain this? Yes, this is my new Biden-Trump t-shirt, which is available from markdice.com. You know, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw the final draft from my graphic designer, so I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. Order yours from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And like all of my designs, it's available to t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.